This is Ryan Rushing. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about how I do this 30-second note drum fill. It works really good with slower songs like rap songs and slower tempo songs like around 60 to 70 or 75 BPM. It's really fast sounding because it's a slow song and they're 30-second notes. The way I do them is I do right, left, and then bass. And I just do them back to back, right, left, bass, right, left, bass, right, left, bass as a 30-second note. It almost has a triplet feel to it. In fact, I thought they were triplets because that's how I would play a triplet in other settings. I would just go right, left, bass, back to back. But they're not triplets. They are 30-second notes. They're straight. So there's 8 notes to each beat, or 32 notes to a measure. So you may be wondering what's the difference between doing a just a regular 30-second note with your hands, which would be like and the difference between that and what I'm showing you. Well, when you incorporate your foot like that, it adds a whole new flavor to the feel, because you have that bass drum thumping and you have your other 2 hands, and when you do it like a pattern, it just it sounds a lot different than just doing a tom roll with your hands 30 seconds or a snare roll. It gives you more choppiness, more like gospel chops, and they're easy to do once you practice doing your right left bass. Get that down really solid, and then just add them to the slower tempo song, and make sure you practice it with a metronome, otherwise you're going to naturally speed up that part. So it's real important to practice with a song or with a metronome to get the timing correct, because they sound fast and they're easy to do, and because they're easy to do, they're easy to speed up. So the hard part is keeping them slow, and when you get them locked in with a groove, they sound really fast, even though you're like holding back and like keeping them slow. Once you get that comfort zone where you can just slide them right into the groove. And I usually do them for about half a measure. So if the count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, and you'll hear that I'm doing coming in kind of in between the 2 and the 3 of the second measure, and I'm actually stopping between the 4 and the 1 the next measure, because if you do them straight, like you can do them like that, but sometimes it's easy to you overdo it and you go too much. So I like to lay off and do just like a regular fill.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Also, you can try changing up the instruments that you hit. So you can go like snare, hat, bass, tom, hat, bass, snare, hat, bass, tom, hat, bass. Just changing it up in different ways. The voicing of the instruments makes it different, I should say. Okay. And another thing you can do is change the pattern of the way you play it. So just change it a little bit. I would do something different, like put the bass drum first, then the right hand, then the left hand, and maybe do it for a full measure instead of just half a measure. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,